March 29th, 2024. It's Good Friday. There was no new episode of The View. They did a repeat, which is unfortunate because I was hoping um, that at least one of those ladies was at Radio City last night to see the three presidents. There was a fundraiser at Radio City Music Hall last night with Biden, Obama, and Clinton. It was just expected to raise $25 million in that one night, which is more than Trump has raised all year, and would, if that's what it raises, would be the single largest haul on a single campaign event. How many times can I say single? Um, anyway, so I was hoping there was some sort of inside scoop. Maybe we will hear about it on Monday, because I'm hoping at least one of those ladies went. Most likely, if anybody, it would be Whoopi. Um, but that didn't happen. Uh, and good. Raise all the money you can. Just spend it wisely. Um, Ads, marketing, um, lots of social. Apparently, he's outpacing um, Trump on digital spend by a ton. So that's good. You know, reach the kids on TikTok before you ban it. Anyway, there's a couple of things to discuss without the program being new. One is the um, the, the the bridge that fell down, the Key Bridge in Baltimore, um, which has a horrific ending for those construction workers that were on the bridge. I'm not. This is not a conspiracy. I'm not saying that this was in any way intentional. Unlike the wackos online that are like, you know, that can't just be the ship that hit the bridge that made it fall. Who did it? Was it Pete Buttigieg? Was it the immigrants? Was it Joe Biden? Who made that bridge fall? Science made that bridge fall. Then it's like, well, why did the power go out on the cargo ship? Well, apparently that ship had problems before. But anyway, um, big heavy boat hits a pillar on a bridge. Bridge falls down. Uh, but the NTSB can figure all that out for us. But apparently there had to be cops nearby on each end that blocked traffic from continuing to go onto the bridge. Within seconds of being notified of the ship was a possible danger. So if they were able to organize that, I don't understand how no one communicated to the construction workers that they need to evacuate the bridge immediately, or if they did, or I don't know how was it that the construction workers didn't evacuate the bridge immediately. No one seems to be talking about that. No one seems to be asking that question. But somebody fucked that up, which cost 6 men their lives, and I don't. I would like to know the answer to that question, because if they can shut that bridge down that quickly, couldn't some how do you not get communication to them to be like, get the fuck off this bridge right now, get in your trucks, let's go. But I don't know, that's bizarre to me. And then the other thing I read this morning, our friend the Princess of Arizona is very upset about something she saw online. Apparently, in the YouTube edit of the View's Wednesday episode, with that interview with Coleman, whose last name I can never remember. They got contentious between him and Sonny, and Whoopi kind of went at him at the beginning, but most of the debate really happened between Sonny and him, which he handled really well. And I thought that was it's sort of well balanced in her attacking and him, responding logically, in kind, and rationally. Um, so Ms. McCain apparently is all up in arms about this, because she was watching to see Coleman eviscerate Sonny, which didn't happen. No one was eviscerated. But in the YouTube clip, they edit out the commercials and they edit out the Whoopi's interruption. He answers a question from Sonny. Whoopi interrupted. They go to commercial. They come back. Alyssa's now the next questioner. And instead of having all of that extra stuff, They cut it out. They just put a like a View logo across the thing to sort of be like, time shift. And then they come back to Alyssa. They didn't cut out a single question, a single answer, not anything in terms of content other than we're going to break and we're back from break. And so she's now fuming about, I want to know what happens at 7 minutes and 58 seconds. Nothing. They went to commercial. You've been on that show, you dum dum. Oh, she's so pathetic and it's so in need of attention. Apparently she's got some podcast and I don't know who the fuck is listening to it. I'm not going to listen to it. Um, I know this channel is dedicated to her being the worst, but I don't need any more of her in my life to prove it. I listened to her fucking audiobook, which you can go back and hear the recaps. I recapped every chapter when it came out. And it's just terrible. It's a lot of whining. Poor thing has just been a victim her whole life. And now apparently she's being victimized by a show that she no longer watches and doesn't care about and isn't in her life. But boy, is she mad that the YouTube edit looks fishy to her. Oh, go fuck yourself, Meghan. But to everybody else, have yourselves a happy Easter. Bok bok.